What's up, everybody? Welcome back to some more Outer Worlds 2. I hope everyone's having a Gucci Saturday night. We are pretty much done with Paradise Island. I figured out how to do those last two quests. So on to the Golden Ridge. We're back on the ship. We got a message from a weird dude from the Order of the Ascendant.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
The Order of the Ascendant awaits us on Golden Ridge, Commander.
She gave me, like, that golden chick from Guardians of the Galaxy vibe.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding Bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
What can you tell me about the Ridge?
Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining uranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources.
What about the free market?
Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name.
You said something about the astrogator being rebuilt when you revived me, didn't you?
Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent de Vries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Okay. So we got two options. That's for the main quest in Dorado. And Free Market Station. A black market operation. Let's go here. One looks like a barren shithole, the other one looks like a paradise. Oh wait, where's the auto dock? Djibouti. Yes. We've been expecting you at the Golden Ridge.
Don't be in a rut, 'cause stuff is stuck in your gut, and he brings you the pill that fixes all.
Okay, never mind. I thought it told me I had to listen to something. All right, where are we at? This place looks like Dookie butter. Whoa!
Lord, damn, what was that? There ain't been active fighting here in I don't even know how long. We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Why is my stream always so far behind? Alright.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Wow. This station sure got all the scraps since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Both subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Ooh, we're rift already. Really hope we can go in those, and I want to see what the hell they are.
Attention passenger. You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future.
Pursuit of the Partite Pentaptic. Okay. Can't go in those. At first sight, I thought there'd be a lot of stuff to loot in this place, but, not quite. Staff shamed, admonished, conductor reprimanded, and recommended for mental. Citizen found eating food.
Yeah.
Not a good start. I was hoping for more loot when I walked in here.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Is this supposed to be a salon or something?
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
All right. No, can't go that way. How am I supposed to get down?
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders.
Can't even double jump. Okay. I got no clue how the hell to get down. Hmm.
Yeah.
Think they made the statue big enough?
Is like, yeah, I've seen bigger statues. What of it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I have no clue how to get down from here. Oh, wait, duh, I know, I'm fucking stupid. Oh my god. I looked at it earlier, I was in it earlier. Oh my god. Ooh, what was that?
Please continue waiting quietly
Hello.
until the next tram arrives.
Elevator. Ugh.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left the Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap. Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Alexandria Station in Toronto. Suddenly got very dark.
Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and meet with that abbot Bassar mentioned.
There's something sparkling over there. Scrapper Scalawag.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. Over here! 3 hole in the head! Hey! Got a distraction for you!
Oh, that's Niles.
Not giving up! Coming for you!
Settle down, cowboy.
Katrina time! Get it!
Yep, okay.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Jesus. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh, hello. Web
Give the
Weaver.
word in, I'll take care of him, Commander.
Oh shit.
Help me end this fight on my feet.
Don't make me bury another ace!
Well, if I'd fucking run, that would be very helpful.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Oh my god. Fucking armor sucks in this game.
Another adequate day in paradise. Reconnoitering. Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. Come back. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Battery died. We're good.
Looking a few corpse low, Commander.
50 more times. Taking position so I can take the adrenal.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Ain't nothing there. I'm the one you need to worry about. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
Oh, what's up?
Let's get them over with.
How did we go? Saying it's good we kill a lot of dumb people and take their stuff. It's hard sometimes to talk smart. Taking Adrena time makes good easy. Talking good easy. Okay.
some refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more at the gates.
Another refugee? Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
Not a refugees. I'm here on orders from Ruth. Skip the rigmarole. Here on business.
I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
What is the exclusion zone?
I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
You people sure take your prediction seriously.
Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Where'd those two go? Oh, wait, what's that? Nope.
Is it bad that, despite being in the middle of a war, I'm quite excited to see Matriarch's Mercy?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever
I remember this place before the war.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid
I
of
swear,
life.
it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
Algorithmic And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
Usually perform advanced calculation in the midst of a busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate, to show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
So you're just mathing out here in public, so a passerby can watch you math?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
Maybe they can have more pressing concerns than polynomials. Bet the other 10% of the time they're asking if they can use the space.
given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats vis-a-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Most people need more than medicine and water.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it I shall get.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt. Bread, crackers, mathematically unnecessary. A good soup speaks for itself.
I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since Recall Libations Night at the Thruster. Smells about the same, too.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
Allow me to find some heat.
Don't want it, don't need it. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one.
What do you make in the situation?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
This place is basically Chernobyl.
You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
How long are we meant to stay here? How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the order.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Broke my nose last. I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
I've got no idea what either of you are talking about.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you. My noggin sure is sore.
Oh.
Where do we go now? What happened to this place? Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim.
I've got your numeral.
Stand with me in defense of freedom.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Yeah.
May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. Though, admittedly, it's a difficult way to make friends. The Order's not exactly fond of me. Rabble-rousing doesn't align with their vision of a perfect universe. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What was it you mentioned about the exclusion?
Ah, the exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
Order's prediction must have been especially foreboding.
Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but maybe you'll have better luck.
I'll give it a try.
Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
There you go, finally got a quest.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
You strike me as the upstanding sort. You lost?
I want that mask.
You got business? No? Move on.
Ooh. That's an agent of yours in Fairfield.
You the fixer-lyncher aide to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in. Don't do anything foolish.
I'm on a fucking train, lady.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband.
Your wares were so good, why are you operating out of a refugee camp?
It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide. And Sub Rosa delivers, at only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's Mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling!
Can't make money without taking a risk or two.
Agreed. You'd do well in Sub Rosa with that philosophy. Supposing you didn't get killed anyhow.
Where does Sub Rosa stand in the war?
We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war. And maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Feast thine eyes on the merchandise.
Acquiescence. Killing damage may change defense mode. If it wasn't so much, I'd buy it right now, but it's a little bit too much. Cast the shot barrel.
Sub Rosa thanks you for your... What fine contraband might I supply you with this day? Savvier than you look. Might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb, Sub Rosa would be most grateful.
Don't do anything foolish.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
My mother and Mudge sent me.
Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
So they fight using stand-ins? What does that solve?
Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
Just window shopping, proxy alterations today. I came to ask about the situation in the camp, but you answered my question.
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilized pugilists, and a cicanid to feed. Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free. Go on, get out of here. Scram.
Look, you're no... Ow! Oh, my aching head.
The Grand Plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal point. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
What if I promise not to take up too much of your time?
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
Seem fairly in the know. What's the situation?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
You haven't exactly told me anything about the situation here.
Oh, dear. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
Do you think people are listening? I think we have different ideas of what constitutes.
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions. The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
With large piles seemingly unrelated. Son of a bitch.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
What? That used to be more than debris.
Yes, technically a hut is meant to be only one story. Because when you stack them, they tend to fall over. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
So a bunch of displaced have been hurt doing this?
Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
The Order is doing what they have. Yeah.
They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
Nourishment is here. Packaging chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. The world's favorite snack is available today at the Order of the Ascendant. What you think about, you bring about. The Order advocates for no less than 6 hours of uninterrupted rumination on the universal equation per day.
Observation 3. Wait, what was that first one? It's at 1. I'm good for now.
There is an art to cooking. Alas, I am a man of science, not art.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Oh. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
You're fond of personalized order predictions, are you? A personalized is some kind of personalized thing. I'm a threat, alright. Okay.
I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one. As a laugh, everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
Could it just be coincidence?
Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done, told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water.
So you'd say the order predictions have helped you.
You did catch the part I said they saved my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already. Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized order prediction.
$1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
Sorry to say, but the displaced may not have noticed either.
With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me. The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. Appreciate you respecting my time. My time is yours. You may peruse.
Patient step. Precognition. Yeah, what do we got?
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
Yep. How did you know she sent me?
Oh, May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already? This is about the exclusion zone, correct?
Well, I gave you first and last, so I mean... wants to resettle her people. The Order is keeping... Share your reasons. Talk to me like I'm not around here. I'm around here.
Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off-limits. You see, the Seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
Well, you warned them, right? You can't save every fallen terror ray.
Surely. But the Abbot asked me to be personally responsible for their continued well-being. The Seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, "An outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute." And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
Where would I even begin?
The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
What can you tell me about the voice?
I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that.
Earlier you said I was foretold.
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
So if I learn about everyone's concerns, I'll earn enough trust to resolve this dispute?
According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain. More than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
Booty sweat.
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around further, though. You must earn both sides' trust, you know. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests.
Yeah, you stay right there, though.
By the law. It's you.
Hello?
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
What you got, player? Well, I'm in desperate need of medical attention. You want my help? You don't even know me.
True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself.
Oh boy. I've heard a lot before. What does that have to do with me? I have a question first.
Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
That's me. The Order devised an equation that calculates the unknowable. How is that possible?
Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. But the math is very, very, very good at predicting what is probably most likely, extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp.
Alright, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Very well, I'll find your medical specialist, as was foretold.
My thanks, stranger. Probability is on our side. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
I had another thing.
How can I be of service? Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
How does the Order predict the future?
We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths.
Your little department does what now?
The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense.
Do unforeseen factors get in the way?
Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow?
Anything about the...
Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well. True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means. I foresee you have much to do. I won't keep you. Adieu.
Please, keep your behavior within... eccentric sort.
I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my daily cycle to sail.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
Thank you, but I could possibly indulge where there's mischief afoot.
Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
I need to speak with Victor Clemens. Supposedly he's a member of your order. In a word, revenge. I'm hunting a woman.
Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Not sure, but it seems like he's involved in a plot to destroy Acadia.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
Friend of the traitor I am after said she and Victor had secret contacts within the Order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be
'Cause I'm the fucking main
unfriendly.
character,
The
that's why,
agent's only
bitch.
curious. Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that pesky compartmentalization, I'm afraid. Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Glad we're on the same page. Now, how can I return the favor and help you?
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
Curious tensions, and here I thought we were getting along so well.
Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
Your beard is
I
stupid.
don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Thanks for the lead. I'll look into all this.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will. That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Oh, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Is that a fancy way of saying you predict the future?
Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
Having someone who can predict the future certainly seems handy with a war on.
Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development.
Didn't say much, Mace. Yeah, so your friends, colleagues.
Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has become.
That guy's gonna be bad. Guaranteed.
Hello, farewell. Thank you for this efficiently compact conversation.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle?
The one Wiley designed, right?
We need to help the folk at Opportunity, Commander. Void the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own than with making things right.
With it and a mantisaur at 2 clicks.
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the Abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
Yeah.
I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out Opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for. One's endured a week-long bombardment in a foxhole with only enough rations to last 3 days. Screams went on twice that long. Some of us still ain't fully recovered. We should move on, unless you got something for me?
Okay.
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in matriarch's house.
Wait, don't tell me you're one of those. Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Fish. The invaders. There's no putting this sprat back.
Alright, so it's that place. Manufactory. That's a bounty. And let's just go exploring.
You may think you have tasted a great old-fashioned cocktail, but
Oh, there's more to that place. Probably where the sealed door is. Son of a whore.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to us?
Wish. Invaders. There's no putting this rat back.
Rat's raring to go.
Got one.
Commander, watch your vitals!
Medical pack out.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. Fastest way forward is through! How are you still upright over there?
Practicing some battlefield medicine.
Ready to waste him. On your command. Hey, got a distraction for you. Over here. Three hole in the head. Don't make me bury another agent. Guns locked and loaded. Just give the signal.
stranger. The Order bids you welcome, but in light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here.
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
What was the attack?
I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of diplomacy. Seems I was mistaken.
Well, it weren't our artillery that made that strike. I can tell you that much.
They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's Mercy.
Why is that? What else is going on around here?
The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack.
When you say zealots, do you mean the cultists?
Yep, mad to the last one. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose. They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrappers, and uses them for just that, gathering scrap materials. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severely unbalanced and prone to violence. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of here. I'd strongly advise keeping your distance. The creatures are of the genus Varachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human, and exceedingly willing to do so.
Mantisaurs? Or those friggin' spider things?
All our efforts add to the equation.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one? I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
We can start crashing over here. Oh, this is where that dude is. Okay.
the flow.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Ooh. Scared the shit out of me. See, if there's one thing I don't like about this game over the first one, there is way too much goddamn empty space on these maps so far. Not enough buildings, not enough lootable areas, not enough enemies.
Let's rock! I'm the one you need to worry about. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
Graf's back in business.
That was a miss.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Freelancer, please report to your assigned area and do not interrupt current operations.
I've repaired this area to the best of my ability. The other tasks are far more bothersome. Perhaps I should just start again. Surely I can be prepared better.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches before. I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of inventorying the entirety of this supply depot. This situation is untenable. We are prepared to fight mantisaurs, or deal with this magnitude of enemy incursion should they attack again.
If you're here to help, then... What is with the anomalous behavior? If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby.
Careful wandering the
after that
trenches
last
there,
attack.
stranger.
Well, aren't you the eccentric sort?
Let's walk away.
I was unaware our situation had become halt. Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity. The anomalous behavior.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
One dude over here. Right there.
That Manosaur was at least 4 meters tall. Now, probably closer to 6. Probably the biggest Manosaur there ever was.
I should do a study on how alcohol affects the temporal lobe. What is with the anomalous behavior?
I was unaware everyone is on edge since that last attack. Honestly, the quiet has made me far more enjoyable and increased the speed of my literary consumption by 14%.
If I didn't rigorously test all hypotheses, I'd assume...
was unaware our situation had become dire enough to warrant the employment of mercenaries. This is mildly distressing. Perhaps I should peruse Malkin's Immutable Mathematics again. I've only read it 4 times.
That is what I call a stubborn... You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing.
They need extra medical help in Matriarch's Mercy, Pipe Doctor. Probably close enough.
You mean... you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge.
Have it your way. Well, that sucks.
Well, I do think, always remember, make sure and get... Now, what can the pipe doctor do for you? Always remember, good plumbing starts in the bowels.
This war cannot come to a conclusion soon enough. Wartime rations are making assignment in proximity.
I do not believe you have clearance to be here.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Stop deviating from the baseline.
Stellar composition determines what packets of life will be in them.
Friendly approaching from the north. Hold fire.
Rat's raring to go.
Really? Oh, it's a mantisaur.
Take care of him, Commander.
1.5% increase in humanity's betterment.
Oh boy.
Let's run!
Craft doesn't sense a target.
I'm the one you need to worry about. I'm at. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Oh, you almost did it.
Source of disturbance? Such disturbance is imminent. Taking cover! Re-engaging!
How am I not fucking hitting him?
Reacquiring target. Only a matter of time. Investigating disturbance.
Knew you had my back. Things take time, baby.
Verifying fix on the outlier.
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Just say when.
And someone else got that kill.
What is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the forces of Andy's choice.
Fastest way forward is through!
Get Serenium. Oh, that's it. Huh. Thought there was more to this. Okay.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Whoa!
Let's skip diplomacy.
Oh shit!
Ready to waste them on your command.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's order.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Wait, damn it! Who pissed in my pants?
Oh damn. Okay. See how far back this sent me. Alright, good. At least that's dead. Alright. That's actually going to do it for this one. I'm getting pretty tired. Even though I probably won't be able to sleep for like another 8 hours, but still. I'm going to relax and watch some TV. Tomorrow's Sunday. My vacation will be over tomorrow, so I don't know if... I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. I want to be, but I don't know. I might just use it as a pre-work before day, whatever the fuck. We will see. But until next time, thank y'all for watching, and I hope you all have yourselves a sexy ass night. Miss me.